Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How you doing? It's Russie from Poker's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. We say the things on here that nobody dares say. We're just waiting for Dan from Bury to log on. I'm going to give him about 30 seconds and then that's him done for the day because he's a nightmare. So, and I ain't got no patience for me messed about on a Monday, no offence. But Mondays for me are crap. Mondays. Horrible, aren't they, Mondays? They're just a choker, aren't we? Aren't they, Mondays? We all start a Monday thinking we're going to do this and we're going to do that. We're all going to do wonders, aren't we, on a Monday? We get to 11 o'clock and we just say, you know what are we doing here? It's a Monday. Let's just go sit in Tumbola with Monday Club. So, it is what it is. So, well, it looks like Dan the man's not clogged on. No, he can't be that bothered, can he? Right then, we'll crack on his own. Just a couple of things I want to talk about, really. The Adam Cattrall. Mate, I've started without you, mate. The Adam Cattrall situation. He's with Talk Sport, and obviously he's at that show at weekend. And Bricktops gone and put it on him, man. Oh, Bricktop the bully. Listen, Bricktop, let me just say this to you, Bricktop. Right. What on earth you were putting it on Adam Cattrall for? I don't know. He's a young lad who works at Talksport and he loves his boxing, right? And you, Bricktop, have took it upon yourself, right? You've took it upon yourself to go put it on him. Well, let me tell you this. You arranged to come on my channel and I'll ask you some boxing questions, Bricktop. Don't be a bully like you are with Umar and all the rest of them who know what they can and cannot ask you. Eh? Probably the reason Adam Cattrall's a bit fed up with you, you and all the rest of your other promoter mates is, we ain't had an undisputed for 25 years since Lennox Lewis. And all we hear at every world title, heavyweights especially, press conference or media day or weigh-in or constantly thrown in our faces every single day, every website, every magazine, Ring Magazine, Boxing News, KO Magazine. The only thing that you rats, and that's what you are, you promoters, rats. The lot of you are rats. It's the only sport where the lions are scared of the rats. Eh? That's what you are, rats. It's the only sport, boxing, where they give us waffle. Yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. We're going to do wonders. All we do is poo cucumbers. That's probably why Adam Cattrall's cheesed off for you. So don't start getting on your high horse because you managed to get a show announced for February and we're in latter part of November. Do me a favour, Bricktop. I remember when you were announcing Nathan Cleverly and Hopkins and Derek Chisora press conferences against Wilder without Wilder. So don't you make out that you're Mr. taking the moral high ground. It's not that long ago you were bouncing £15,000 checks to Curtis Woodhouse 3 times. So don't make out that you're Mr. Squeaky Clean in boxing. Don King took you to cleaners in court, took millions off you. Carl Zaggy wiped the floor with you in court. Did you pay him? Don't you make out you're Mr. taking the moral high ground. When you had an opportunity to put somebody away in court, you bottled that. You could have took Tony Bellew to court when he left you, but you didn't. Because they were going to expose you, weren't they, for all sorts. So don't make out that you're Mr. Squeaky Clean and you do everything for the fans. Jesus. You're putting shows on in Saudi and saying you're going to put 4 a year on. Where do you think people are going to get money from for that? Where? Where do you think they're going to get money from? Where? Do they think that Big Dan at Berry's going to sort it out? He can't even get his computer turned on time. He's not going to be able to sort it, is he? Or about Francis Warren, the housewife's pirate? Is he going to sort it? No. It's just pony. You're chatting utter pony. Spot fans, do me a favour. Putting shows on in Saudi for fans. We can't even go and have a pint of beer. So stop making out you're Mr. Boxing and fought fans. You and Eddie Hearn, you're having to blow each other off to make a few quid here. It's embarrassing seeing you sucking up to each other and treading on eggshells around these lot. And every time you open your pie holes, all you can say is, thank you to His Excellency. Thank you to His Excellency. You're like airborne repeaters. You remind me. And Mayweather and all that shower, Badou Jack and all that lot, when they were all fighting for Al Heyman, every time they opened the pie holes, all they said was, thank you very much, Mr. Al Heyman. It sounded like Barry McGuigan. Thank you very much, Mr. Eastwood. Sat there with your hands out, begging bowls out. That's what it is. Begging bowls out. What I want to know is, though, why are none of these YouTubers putting it on you, Bricktop, yeah, you, about Jarrell Miller? One person asked you a question. Look how nasty you got. Eh? And look how nasty you are sticking it to Adam Cattrall there. But it's like I said a few weeks ago when we had that Spencer Brown, who everybody keeps saying, he's a great boxing man, he's a great boxing man. No, he ain't a great boxing man. He's a great businessman. He puts an evening with certain fighters on, Nigel Benn and Tyson Fury and other people. An evening with George Groves. He'll put that on. But at the end of the day, he's not a boxing man, is he? Because if he were a boxing man, he wouldn't be shouting and bawling about this show where Ergovic's fighting Demore. Now, would he? Eh? He wouldn't be doing that now, would he? Come on. You know? But it is what it is, isn't it? I said, I'm not going to hammer him for that December 23rd show now, because Spencer Brown says it's on. Fury's going to fight December 23rd. And all those bedroom bloggers, we need to shut our pie holes. Oh, lo and behold, on the Monday of fight week for Ngannou Fury, they were going to fight December 23rd. Fury Usyk. And then within 3 hours of the fight finishing on the Saturday, the fight were off. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We let Spencer Brown have his moment. 5 days. Everybody said, great, the fight's on. Now it's been put back 2 months, hasn't it? What happens then? What happens then? What if it gets put back again? Then what are you going to say? Bricktop. What then? What rhubarb are you going to come out with then? Once the Saudis have upgraded Joshua and whoever to headline the show and you're out in cold, what are you going to do then? You're running around making out that you've saved the day, but so far all you've done is put a guy on his boxing debut in with heavyweight champ and he dropped him. And nobody's allowed to criticise the heavyweight champ. So your team, because you're working with these Bricktop, your team have cancelled TalkSport. The main boxing media people assigned to boxing, aren't they, at UK? They're the main ones for traffic, aren't they, now, boxing? Even though they've not got the biggest following, they've got the most analytics that go through their traffic, haven't they? Right? They get the most. They get more than anybody. What are they, 140,000 subscribers? And they do minimum 60-70% of the subscribe base per video. That's like Coogan with his 850,000 doing 500,000 every single video. Does Coogan do 500,000 views a video? No. I've just been looking this month. He's averaging just over 9,000. So what are the other 840,000 doing? Are they fake bot accounts? Well, what are they? Because if you go by how many subscribers he's got to what views he's got per video, he's no bigger than me. So, or am I punching above my weight? Or is it that we're organic and we don't cheat here at Porky's Corner, eh? Well, I want to know while I'm laid here with this virus, with my skin blotchy as fuck. You know what I mean? Toughing it out, caked in this whatever cream and antiviral tablets. What can you do? So it is what it is, isn't it? But the stud, yet again, in the penthouse, these promoters, they've got their tiny cocks out and they're lagging all over us. And we're all stood underneath. Well, I'm not. You lot are. And you're all lapping it up, aren't you? Yeah, it's February now. It's February. Once we get to end at January and they move it to April, oh, it's April, Porky now. It's bigger than ever. Once we get to April, oh, Porky, it's Easter Bank holiday now. It's massive. It's been going on for 25 years, this now, since Lennox Lewis fought Holyfield. 25 years. Oh, but a few months, 25 years. How's about that, eh? 25 stretch. All we've heard is all roads lead to Undisputed. Well, we've heard that since Joshua won gold medal. So that's 11 and a half year guaranteed we've heard it. And we were hearing it for all the rest of this century since Lennox fought Holyfield in 99. That's all we've heard about this century. Undisputed. We're getting on for a quarter of a century and no Undisputed. Could you imagine that if there were no Champions League winner? Eh? Can you imagine no Champions League winner since Manchester United beat Barcelona? Imagine if there were no Champions League since then because, well, you know, they couldn't get it together because money wasn't right. Do you know what I mean? Or so-and-so wanted to walk out second and not first, and size at ring or size at pitch, they couldn't sort it because it's size at pitch. So it was 5 yards bigger than other pitch. Listen, they're in a position now where they can say and do anything because they're getting paid, these promoters. All they've done is lied and cheated the way to this position now. That's the bottom line. It's the holy grail for Bricktop and Eddie Hills. This is what they've been striving for years. This kind of money. So they're going to stand firm with their guys, aren't they? But what have we got? We've got Tyson Fury there who picks and chooses when he fights. Tyson Fury's had 10 fights, hasn't he? Right, since Vladimir. And once we get to February, that's 100 months. So 10 fights in 100 months. What's that? One fight every 10 months? That's not a lot, is it? So he's dictating who he fights. He didn't fight Ortiz, did he? He's not going to rematch Ngannou yet. He's not fought Usyk yet or Joshua. So it's all pie in the sky. He could get up tomorrow, Tyson Fury, and decide that he's a Martian and that he wants to go to outer space. And everybody around him will go, yeah, you're a Martian. Let's get you a spaceship ordered and let's send you on your way. And they're all nodding dogs, all them around him. Yes, Tyson, no, Tyson, 3 bags full, that Tyson. Even the father's in on it. Nobody wants to rock the boat, but the father's supposed to be there to root all these out. That's what he's paid for. That's his job. Well, he's not doing a good job, is he? His son's timing were out. But he says he did a 12-week camp. How can you do a 12-week camp when you only need to do 10 anyway, but he's doing a 12-week camp? And you saw how far his timing were out. So if he's completed a camp, his training team's no good. Or if he's lying and he hasn't completed a camp, he's still no good anyway because his hunger's gone. So why is he hanging around? Is Tyson Fury just hanging around to sell his zero? Is that what he's doing? Hanging around boxing just to sell that zero? Is that what this is about? Hey, that's usually the last thing to go in at the zero. But I don't know what to make of it all. But what I do know is this. I ain't falling for all this. We're doing it for fans. Since when have you cared about boxing fans, Bricktop? You don't care for boxing fans. None of yous do. You care for pound notes and telling lies. Vagabonds, charlatans. That's what you lot are. Liars and charlatans. God. After all that, a couple of weeks ago, it's just It's the same old story repeated, using big platforms to get the message across. And anybody who dare go against these people loses the press pass, like TalkSport. I've lost mine. I know other people who have. Steve Bunt's lost his for 2 years, didn't he? For asking Mickey Duff right questions. So it's been going on years, this. And Bunts weren't allowed to shout it about back in the day when Duff were, when he were a big fish. So it is what it is, isn't it? We know what this is. We know what this is, but don't make out you're doing it for fans, Bricktop. You're not doing it for the fans. You're doing it for yourself. All right. It's the same with Eddie Hearn running around saying, yeah, they want Wilder, they want Wilder. No, they do not want Wilder. Go and ask Robert McCracken. All you YouTubers, I know Robert McCracken doesn't do interviews. I wish somebody would go and speak to Robert McCracken or his brother Max McCracken and ask them, in their honest opinion, have they ever felt that Anthony Joshua wanted to fight Deontay Wilder? And did Anthony Joshua's team, his training team, as well as Eddie Hearn and all them around Eddie Hearn, or Eddie Hills, the Iceman, did they all want him to fight Wilder? You go and speak to them and I will tell you now, the answer is no. McCracken didn't want him near Wilder. And if the truth be known, Anthony Joshua didn't want to fight Wilder. Didn't want to fight him. That's the bottom line. They want to be known as heavyweight champs. They pinched an IBF and they thought they could defend that belt against you, Eric Molinas, Dominic Breazeales, and your Pula. People like that, and old men like Povetkin and Vladimir. And, and Robert Elenia says they just want to fight people like that. Franklin's. Joshua don't want to be in a proper fight. When they had Luis Ortiz at Matchroom, they put Joshua in with Eric Molina and poor old Dave Allen in with Luis Ortiz. Eh? Dave Allen got put on Button Moon. He's never spoke properly since that day. Did you know that? Eh? Did you know that, Eddie Hills? He's never spoke correctly since that day. If you go and look at his tongue, one side of his tongue's higher than the other. Yeah. In that ring taking shots while you're counting money, Eddie Hills. Bit like when you got £1 million out at Cleverly Bellew rematch, innit? And they got about less than a quarter of that. And they had to get it ring. No wonder they stunk the place out fighting for buttons. Eh? Unbelievable. So don't talk to me, you lot, about doing it for the fans. Jesus. If you were doing it for the fans, you'd have Joshua in there with Wilder now. That's for fans. You'd have Usyk in with Fury December 23rd. That's for fans. Fury's just talk. It wouldn't take him that long to get back into fitness. If he were half fit for Ngannou, he could kick on from that. For fans. But no, it ain't for fans, is it? It's for you lot to drag it out and drag it out and drag it out and have Tyson Fury fighting every 10 months. He's had 10 fights for you, Bricktop, since Vladimir. That's one every 10 months. Don't you make out he's Mr. Active. So in between these fights for 10 months, we have to listen to all that drivel about the big GK and this and that and blah de blah. When all's said and done, he's beat 2 men, hasn't he? Wilder and Vladimir. And that's it. Vladimir, an old man, and Wilder, well, a one-trick pony. That is it. Who are the others? Cunningham, a cruiserweight. Come on. Who's he got next? Usyk, a cruiserweight. They're either old men or small men that Fury's fighting. When are we going to see him in with a big man? Like Wilder, somebody who can punch, or Joshua. Eh? Is Fury avoiding Joshua since they sparred? No, we don't know, do we, Bert? All we're hearing is utter waffle and bullying. Bullying. I don't want to see any bullying from this lot here. Bullying, like that big fat Shane Fury going and putting WhatsApp videos out, making out that people need to go up to them at shows. Listen, if we want to give our opinion, we'll do it on social media, Shane. It's up to you to come out and do an interview. If you want to do an interview on my channel, Shane Fury, I'll ask you 5 questions and you'll be crawling away. You'll crawl off. I'd only have to ask you 5 questions, not even that. And you'd hang up. Hang up. So it's no good me having my pal going out putting billboards up all around South Yorkshire and Manchester, sticking it on you lot, because you're just silent when I start with billboards, aren't you? None of you want to say anything, do you? You all clam up, don't you? Let me tell you this. I've got some corkers I'd like to ask you lot. Bricktop, Tyson Fury, Big Shane Fury, Big John Fury. I've got 8 questions. 9 questions I've got here for Big John. He'd crawl away forever if I asked these 9. And you know he would, don't you, Big Shane? And you know what I'm about, don't you? So don't try and be bullying anybody, you lot. You Queensbury rimmers. Eh? It's not that long ago. None of you had time of day for Bricktop. Now look at you. Hanging out the back of Bricktop. All you Furies hanging out of Bricktop. You should be embarrassed, because we all know what your opinions were when you were all with Mick Hennessy, don't we? We all know what you thought about Bricktop then, don't we? Eh? Eh? We do, don't we? So don't make out that you're all squeaky clean, you're all one big happy family. What's going on is embarrassing. Them press conferences are embarrassing. That one where they're effing and blinding and insulting a guy from another country whose country happened to be in the middle of a war and he can't even go back there. Effing and blinding and insulting a man, European world and Olympic gold, 350 fights. 350, was it 360? Let me have a look. 360 fights as amateur, 345 wins, 15 losses, 21 as a pro. He cleaned up in everything he's ever attempted to win, never been beat. And he's got you lot digging him out, calling him this and calling. How vulgar is that? Why don't you show a bit of class? And why were Bricktop laughing at that press conference while they're abusing Usyk? That's bullying, just like you bullied Adam Cattrall, Bricktop. You bully, yeah, you bully. Just like you tried to bully Talksport. You won't bully me, none of yous. I'll just keep saying my bit. But like I said, can put billboards up all day. None of you have got the knackers to come on here and answer some of my questions. Not you, Spencer Brown. You daren't come on here, Spencer Brown. You daren't come on here. You want it all your own way. With your little YouTubers who are frightened to death to put it on you because they're so grateful to have access. Do you know what I mean? We know what's going on. Do you think Talksport don't listen to my videos on here? Of course they listen to them. I'm just getting warmed up. We're building up to a crescendo because I've got about 14 or 15 massive bullet points that I'm going to bring out fight week in February. So get ready. Oh, get ready. I'll have my moment Undisputed week. I've been waiting years for this. I didn't think we'd get it this quick. Well, it's not here yet, is it? Well, we've heard all this before about Undisputed, haven't we? These lot, they're going to do wonders. All they do is slide on cucumbers. It is what it is, isn't it? No. But it's disappointing that we're not getting the fights we want. But this show they're putting on, this just a run-of-the-mill show from back in the day, isn't it? This really. But we've been starved of action that much. They've panicked, haven't they? They've had to go sucking that Saudi lollipop, haven't they? Hey, grown men. Hey, well, we just want to thank His Excellence. We just want to thank His Excellence. Get a grip of yourselves. Hey, get a grip of yourselves. You are grown men. Weapon behaviour. So that's about it, really. Let's just see if there's what else I've missed out on. The Big John Fury silence. I think we've covered that, haven't we? He's piped down, hasn't he? If he pipes up again, I might have to stick a billboard up. We'll pipe him down. Is Scott Quigg still training fighters? I've heard he is. Good luck to Scott Quigg. I've heard he's grown his hair. He'll be having a Arthur Alberston perm before long. Did Joshua look scared in Wilder's company? Him and Parker looked petrified, didn't they? Absolutely petrified they were. Absolutely. So, okie dokie. So, that's about it, really. Oh. quick 25-minute for you. All right. So peace out. Keep on trucking. Keep supporting boxing. Don't have nightmares. All right. Well, thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Booyaka!